Hi everyone, welcome to our channel, OCHAREO. In this video, we want to talk about the Ogunda Odi, patakines, and egboses that we can do in this Odun to live in Ire, Elegua or Batala or Chun, Orumila, and Yemaya talk in this Odun. Elegua, he was in the middle of the four corners and he didn't know he had to go to the north or to the south. So he was lost and he got worried about that and he went to see Orumila for divination. When Orumila saw him and he started to talk with him about this situation, he couldn't believe it. He said, Elegua, you are the owners of the road and the path, so it's impossible that you get lost. But Elegua, he insists in the reading. So when Orumila did a sorting, he saw this Odun Ogunda Odi and told him there's something that you usually do that you are not doing anymore. This is the cause of the problem that you have. But now I'm going to do a rogation for you. And when he started to do the rogation, Elegua started to think about that. And he remembered that he always go to see his mother, Yemaya, and also offer her some of the muses. So as soon as he finished, he told Orumila, I remember now what happened. So he went to the ocean and he offered something. I started to call his mother Yemaya, and Yemaya got surprised. I said, for a long time, I didn't see you. So he apologized to his mother and he offered all of that. So this Odun is one of them that we are supposed to go to the sea and offer something to Yemaya, some fruit. And also you can take Elegua with you one day and feed Elegua with the rooster over there. And then you can take a bath in the sea and take a bottle of water. So when you prepare any ebony seed for you, you add some water from the sea, and this will be good for you. The education of our kids is so important in this Odun because here Obatala was living with his daughters, but they always were cursing each other and yelling at home, and also they abandoned the house. They didn't clean the house and they had a lot of issues and problems. And sometimes they disrespect Obatala without any reason. So one day Obatala decided to abandon the house and he started to walk the world. But his daughters started to get sick and they continue with problems at home. The two elders of them, they passed away. So when it happened, the youngest one, she decided to go for divination because she was afraid. And he recommended her to prepare an humiero with prodigiosa, algodón, salvaera, and algarrobo, and season it with cocoa butter and cascarilla. And after that, she needs to take a bath like her sisters and clean the house and organize it. So when she finished to do that, they feel so much better and any of them got sick anymore. Obatala, that he was walking around the world, he got tired, and even though he was upset with his daughters, he missed them. So he decided to go back to his house. What was he surprised that when he entered, he saw the house painted in white and everything organized, and his daughters apologized to him. So he accepted that and Baba started to live with them again. So this Odun recommends us that we need to keep our house clean. Don't curse and blaspheme in your house. Don't argue because of that any Orisha could get upset with you and the problem will start in your life. So try to keep your house like the house of Obatala, clean and organized. In this Odun, Orumila was married and he had a happy relationship, but he had like a messengers, Elegua and Ogun. And one day he forgot something in another town, and he sent Ogun with his wife to go for it. But this town was 15 days away from Orumila's house. But they start to walk over there. And then Orumila, he had a magic mirror. So through his mirror, he was watching them and he saw how they talk and nothing happened in the first 15 days. When they got there, they took the items of Orumila and then come back to his house. In the first 14 days, nothing happened. But the last day, Orumila, through his mirror, he saw the infidelity of his wife, how they had a relationship and they kissed each other. So as soon they arrived to his house, he break the relationship with his wife and also told Ogun, give me my iron and leave my house. So this Odun advised us that we need to separate the relationship from our friendship. That is something different. And don't allow anyone that sleep in your house because it could be a problem in your marriage. The best that we can do here is that we put a mirror underneath of Elegua. And when we feed Elegua with a chicken or with a rooster, we feed this mirror too. This is the case that you see that in some Babalochas or Iyalocha houses, you see the mirror in front of the door. But before that, they feed it with Elegua. In this Odun, Ochun had a beautiful house and her family are Hereford Chester. So she allowed them to live with her. But little by little, Ochun saw how she was serving all of them every single day and became slave of them. So she started to talk with them and recommend them to help her in all the things that she needs to do in her house. But no one of them respond. All of them continue doing the same thing. So one day she took her bag and the basket and left the house. And she went to the market to get something to eat. At that moment, Ogun saw her and asked her why she looked like that, so sad and angry. And Ochun told him everything that happened in her house. So he recommended her to go to see Orumila. And when they got there, Orumila saw this Odun and told her, I'm going to do an ebo to you with the basket, needles, and another ingredients. So Elegua and Ogun, they went to Ochun's house and they throw away everyone that was in there. So when Ochun finished the book and she come back to her house, she saw that anyone was living in there. So she paid homage to Elegua, Ogun, and Orumila and recuperate her peace in her own house. So don't allow anyone that live with you, your husband or your wife, your kids, because people first they ask you for shelter and they want to live with you, but later they don't want to do anything and it will be problems in your life and the peace in your house because you had your custom. This is something that is important. So prepare the chain with Ogun, feed that chain with Ogun and put in front of your door or behind to protect your house because you don't want that anyone break the peace and tranquility that you have in there. In this Odun, the farmer Oroso, he has some economic problem and he went for diminution and the diviner recommend him to have a rooster in his house and always watch him. One day, he decided to let his house through the back door. But when he left his house, he saw how the rooster started to move in certain way and tried to call him and talk to him and something like that. But he continued his way to the town. But he remembered about everything that the diviner said and he come back through the front door. And when he got into his house, he saw his wife talking with friends about how they go to destroy his business. So automatically, he made the relationship with his wife and finished also the relation with all the friend that he had. So this Odun talk about that the people could betray in our own house, that we need to be careful when you have some meeting and people they are talking and you go to the bathroom or something like that. Something that this Odun recommend you is that you need a rooster, and one day you clean with the rooster and you feed elegua or echu in order that always they advise you with something is happening in your house. When you come back to your house, always change the direction, because there are people that are watching you to betray you. So in this case, you don't have any problem. If you do the bosses of Ogunda Odi, you will be successful, because this is the order of evolution and prosperity. Thank you, all of you, for watching. Here you have another video about Elegua, how he defeat our enemies. Leave your comment below about this video, a like, subscribe to this channel to always receive notifications about videos, music, live stream, and interviews. Health, faith, and prosperity.